The Merced, it's a classic of California, and you wouldn't believe that a river like this has never been run because it exists in Yosemite National Park. But they've cracked the door open just enough for us to make an attempt at getting the permit. So not only is running the actual river our goal, but actually getting the permit, filming it, and doing the whole thing legally is a major goal of mine. Because this could set a precedent for opening up other rivers where it's currently illegal to kayak. But these permits don't just happen overnight, and the clock is ticking on snowmelt for us to have the perfect flow for a successful descent of the Merced. On this expedition, we need to be minimalists. Our plan is to hike our kayaks and gear into the Merced Valley over Tuolumne Pass to start the main fork of the Merced River, and then kayak about 15 miles of whitewater to just above Nevada Falls before our final 4-mile hike down into Yosemite Valley. Everything needs to be as light as possible, so I've arranged to have my kayak custom built at the Jackson Kayak Factory in Sparta, Tennessee. As simple as they look, a kayak is actually a very complex design. The way a kayak is designed is they actually create an aluminum mold and they pour plastic powder into the mold.
Yeah, to be clear on what we're doing here, we're going to mold this boat at a certain thickness, about 160 thousandths of an inch on the hull, 100 thousandths of an inch around the cockpit. The tip's around 200 thousandths of an inch, because if I know Steve, he's going to be running into some rocks, you know, as good as he is.
Hopefully not. Nice clean lines. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. You can make a boat light, but obviously you're compromising strength. And I'm looking for a light boat to carry over the mountain, but I also want it to be strong enough to actually run the river. So it's a matter of finding the right balance there. So we've always got to think of durability versus performance. Jeff's busy dialing us a cook cycle here. Normally, while the plastic has been melted inside the mold, the assemblers are busy preparing the internal components of the kayak, so the seat and the pillars for security and the footrest and all that kind of thing. Once the kayak is done cooking, so the liquid plastic has flowed all over the mold, they continue to spin it, and then comes the moment of truth, where we actually open up the mold and see if we did everything right. Yes, there's a hole. Woo! Now, the outfitting is an important part of the strength and safety of a kayak. It's kind of your little safety capsule, if you like, and when you bounce off rocks, you want to make sure it doesn't bend, it doesn't fold, doesn't flatten, or anything like that. So once again, I'm going to take a few chances. The benefit of having a lighter kayak to carry in will be outweighed by the loss of durability, but I think that for this trip, it's going to get me through it. I'm going to save a little bit of weight, and I think it's going to be safe enough for me to actually get down the river. Yep. 41.88. Feels good. It's amazing what a difference 7 pounds makes.
The last and the final touch.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon. Nice one. We've done all the training and preparation that we can possibly do now for the Merced, and we've just been granted our permits. So Pat and I are now as ready as we'll ever be to write our own little chapter into the history book of kayaking. All that there is left to do is to go get it done.